Holy moly, this looks freaking cool. Alright, well, welcome, ladies and gents, to another hyper random game. This is Age of Empires 2, 1v1 action, high-level players. But a very unique one because we've got a queen out here. Yeah, that's right. It's 2022. We're not talking about kings anymore. We got some queens. Look at the way she waves her arms. Wow, look at that. Wee, wee. Okay, so I should probably, backtrack a little bit, talk about what this is. This is actually a part of a tourney. It's the conclusion of the hyper random tournament. Hyper random is like mega random, where the maps are always crazy and different, which is awesome. You got wolves out here. Woo, 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 woo. But then the amount on each resource is different. So these box turtles, 117 food. The water buffalo, 127 food. Straggler tree, 70 wood. The fruit bush has 300 food. That's kind of how it goes. So you have to look at that stuff. It definitely changes how you play the game. They've also both started with a castle. And I don't think it's regicide. Because with regicide mode, you have a king. And if you lose your king, you're defeated. I do not think that the queen... that losing the queen actually affects your town or your people. I think you still can win the game without her. Which kind of sucks for the queens, but no, I think that's the case. We actually had these old maps, and you can see her just scouting this king, or this castle ever so boldly. We used to do maps with queens. There's always been a scenario unit, and you'd have a king and queen in a regicide game, and if you lost the king, you'd be defeated, and if you lost the queen, you'd get a new one. No, I'm kidding. If you lost the queen, nothing would happen, so that's cool, though. I mean, the thing about the queen is very fast and has a lot of vision. So this is a lot more effective, at least with scouting, than a normal scout would be. And what changes this game, too, is that you have a castle here. And that's actually really good for the Goth player. And this whole tournament, like every set, you do random civ. And we have somehow had Goths in 3 out of the 4 games we've casted today. It feels crazy to say. It was Goths versus Persians. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Because we had a restart. That's what it was. Okay, you can call restart if you don't like the matchup or whatever. So, we've seen more than that. Yeah, we have seen Goths 3 times prior to this. And Velez adding a barracks now. I'm really surprised. I would personally go fast castle here. Now, Velez started with a transport ship, and Tato didn't. Which I'm just now realizing. Unless maybe Velez deleted it. Does anyone remember seeing it? Did he? Well, I can tell you if he scouted. Nope, he didn't get a transport ship. Unless he got it down here. But that kind of sucks. I mean, I hope the transport ship doesn't end up doing anything for Tato, because that would be unfair. There's some boars over here with 150 food. Still looking at the turtles and the fish. Like, oh, a dock would be so sick over here. Tato can look for that, too. There's got so much food. 235, 309, 245. I guess it's not that far away from what normal fish would be. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! We've got a wolf lore from Tato here in the grand final. Tato has sent this lady forward alongside the queen, and the queen is trying to keep her alive. It's like the queen's daughter. She's like, I wasn't meant to be born into royalty, so I will self-sacrifice for you. And the queen's like, no, no, no. Don't do that, Delilah. You're not... You can do it. And she commits suicide, and the wolves attack. Woo, 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 woo. That's hilarious. I don't know if it's worth it, but that is hilarious. No villagers were killed. And no actual wolves were harmed in the making of this video. But that's a lot of idle time. That is definitely a lot of idle time. So the villager goes down. Look, he got pop-capped. He got pop-capped because of that. And the villagers had to hop inside the TC. So I actually think that's kind of worth it for Tato. Assuming the rest of his eco was efficient. And oh, this is why Velez made a militia. They had the same idea. That's funny. And here's the queen's son. It's the same storyline. It's unfortunate that the villager and the militia didn't meet in the middle of the map and then, just fight off the wolves together and go off and create their own little kingdom. But this is going to surprise Tato. They both do have looms, so you'd expect that villagers wouldn't actually die. Queen has really got to do a better job here blocking. This is really close. Those are some fast wolves. Okay. This is the counter woo. He wooed. She wooed. We all wooed. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. Tato hasn't seen it yet. Okay, now Tato sees it. Militia gets deleted. The queen is blocking. Now, that's the strat right there. But no, again. Okay, queen goes down. And thank God Velez isn't defeated. I was really curious about that. There's a chance. And okay, so Tato takes care of the wolves pretty easily. Now, Tato's mill spot was amazing. He made 1 mill for 3 things of shorefish for food. And he went into farms. It's a little sad he's still got 200 food left on the berries over here. Mill spot's not bad for Velez, but he's about to finish there. And, oh my goodness, he didn't scout, guys. He didn't scout that. That's so bad. This is 400 food. Does Tato have a boar with 400 food, or did he take it? Does anyone remember Tato getting boars? There are buffalo here. I feel like he must have eaten a boar. Tato is docking over here. And we just have mills for Velez. Now, you know what's fascinating is I didn't know if you could dock this, guys. Because you see this rock terrain? Sometimes that signifies you can't build on it. Oh, here comes the boar for Velez. Okay, so he noticed. But yeah, so sometimes you can't dock. And I guess it is possible in this area. I could see Velez assuming that you just can't dock. But then again, I mean, he has a transport. So if he scouted it, he could just try. I feel like having some fishing ships is going to go a pretty long way, actually. That's a couple hundred food there. Oh, wow. Did Tato cancel fuel age by mistake or something? Or did I just completely miss that he was this late? I must have missed it. Because the numbers all add up, so I just didn't call that out properly. Well, there's still wolves in the middle, but now you got to think about what do you do if you're Vietnamese against Goths? Like, it's a completely different matchup if there's no castle here. But Vietnamese are an archer civ, and Goths are an anti-archer civ if they can make Huskarls. So now you've got a castle, and you've got protected eco, and you can make Huskarls. I don't know what the crap you do. I mean, you do have good champion lines, so you could, in theory, do that. But you can't make that out of your castle. You'd have to make a barracks and invest. Rats and archers do have 6 attack. So it's like more attack than a plumed archer, for example. But actually, technically, no, because plumes get +1 bonus attack against infantry. So I think it evens out. I don't know what I would do. I think I would boom a little bit. I think I would boom, but then again, it's like the Goth player might just boom. And then you both have equal economies. The queens just look so happy when they run. Look how happy she looks. So happy and patient. Also, she's got some shoulders, man. Maybe it's just the shine. But this queen has been in the gym. Doing some raises. What the? Can you stop for a second, lady? I'm trying to look at you. Don't clip that out of context. We're talking about a video game. Don't clip that line out of context. That's... Okay, well, she turned around, then it got awkward. But yeah, I was looking at her shoulders. We're fine. Okay, decent farm count. Definitely feels like we'll see a few Huskarls. Tato now walling up. That's good, too. You know, it's something you would expect here. Getting his eco upgrades. Guys, I don't think a girlfriend's listening in on the stream today. I think we're good. Barracks is on the way now for Tato, so he's definitely thinking about the possible inclusion of longswords. I think elephants are too expensive. I don't think making elephants is worth it. I think it's a bad move, personally. I would probably go monastery to get some monks on the field to convert Huskarls for now. And then I would add a bunch of eco, cross my fingers, and hope for the best. I think this is going to be really, really tough for the Vietnamese player. That is what happens when you do have random civilization and crazy maps. We have a situational game. Some situations are going to be worse or better off. As we see a stable. That's interesting. I like how the queen is being chased by the Huskarl. She's like, I don't need no man. She runs away. Got another wolf here. Surely a monastery for Tato, right? Because I wouldn't mind a night or two. Oh, God. Okay, more wolves on the way. Oh, Castle's there. This is sloppy for Velez. Man, this guy's real thirsty. He really wanted her. And now Tato with the walls as the wolves come in. This is funny. And still the water buffalo are lonely over here with no friends. Okay, this gets spotted. Let's see if Tato's paying attention to this. Because he is good with quick walling. Alright, he sees it. Oh, he's dead. Okay. Now the wolves are running across the map again. And hey, the water, the buffalo, as Tato would say. The buffalo. Alright. Well, still no second TC for Tato. I feel like he could have had a monk or two out if he made the monastery at home. So I'm not sure I like the whole monastery forward idea he had. I'm actually not really sure what Tato's long-term plan is, and maybe he doesn't know either. As Velez runs home to kill the wolves with the castle fire. More wolves dying. Oh my god, that was a weak Vil. He almost lost that villager. That would have been hilarious. That was a weak one from earlier in the game. He goes back to work now. But yeah, Velez, you know, he sees the knights. He can just run away from them. He then makes some monks to convert those. And Velez has a massive economy. I wonder if Tato's going to see the transport ship and think that it was made by Velez. Because if I saw that, I would just assume he made a mistake and that he has a dock over here. It's kind of funny because he doesn't have a dock. Velez is like, nope, I guess I'll keep that alive. Tato's going to be like a transport ship? Why would you ever go transport? Well, he is going to send those monks forward. And the Huskarl production is pretty much stopped. Now, what I always say about Goths, guys, is I always say Goths need to get to about 60, 70 villagers, 3 TCs with a castle. That is where the Goths seem strong. 52 villagers with a castle right now, so he's getting there. You can get there, and you're not really far behind, of course. If you've got 60 or 70 vills in a castle, and they've got 150 vills with 6 castles, you know, you could be dead. But this is kind of the position you'd want to be getting into, your Goths. All about how cheap the infantry is, and you don't even need to worry about particular fights as the game progresses. Will the devs add hyper random to the map pool? I think that would be pretty cool. I personally think that'd be really cool. The argument against that would be fairness. But to be honest, I think people are too particular about fairness on the ladder anyways. I'm all for more variety with the ranked ladder, personally. Because then people can just ban it if they don't like it. Right? That's how the system works anyways. Tato's monks get 2 conversions. He will lose the monks, which is sad. And they might get converted back over. But, you know, he's got the knights here. He runs away. He's also got a scout. We hear lots of whoa, whoa, whoa. Lots of monk action. Actually, pretty good engagement here for Tato. Not bad. We now see Pikeman coming in for Velez. Surprise, surprise. He's got a 20 Vil lead. And he's going to add the barrack. So he needs another couple minutes here. But I don't... The reason I don't like Tato's push is because it doesn't hit anything crucial here. Feels like there's a much higher chance that this push could fail than it could work. I would have preferred to see him just open with a monastery and just try and boom and go into champs. But maybe in his eyes, that's just not even doable against Goths. So he wants to try this. Forcing Velez to relocate a lot of his eco. Does have solid upgrades on these knights. I mean, even the pikes are going to need a really solid number to take engagements. Plus, now the enemy has 2 Huskarls, which is good against pikes, so... Okay. Even research light cav here. Look at this. Now, what I do like for Tato is he's forced a lot of idle time for Velez. A lot of relocation for Velez. And this could get out of hand fast. We could actually see a TC go down in a second, but good micro from Velez. He takes out one of Tato's 2 mangonels. Okay, a little sloppy. Bonk. Delete him, Tato. Oh, wow. He's a fortunate cookie there. As he takes out the transport. But, okay. Not so fortunate anymore. Uh-oh. Monks could get conversions for Velez. He does get the conversions. And now the pikemen come out. And this is kind of the moment we're waiting for. When Goths have the eco and they can just flood infantry. What do you do here? While we had a really silly early game, we had queens, we had infantry. We had the wolves, you know, on both sides. Now it just looks like the Goth player has the economy to just push out across the map here. Has the military lead, has the eco lead. Tato loses everything, and Tato's like, well, we tried. GG, calls the game. We've kind of had some quick ones here today. Yeah, Tato just felt like Goth starting with a castle is going to be too tough to kill. So he went all in for it. Didn't work out. Well played from Velez. Very consistent stuff. I just feel like Velez's decisions made more sense. And maybe the reason Tato's decisions didn't make any sense was because he felt he had to do more than he really had to do. I mean, in theory, you could go rats and archers and champions in the late game here. In theory. So I say open monastery. The whole forward monastery thing made no sense. Open monastery, add TCs, add eco behind this, and hope for the best. That's what I would suggest. But, you know, Tato's, he knows what he's doing. Didn't in this game, but in general he does. And now the score is 3-3, guys. So Tato has been on the other end of a few weird situations with Goths. He lost when he was playing as the Goths. Now he's lost playing against the Goths. But then he also beat the Goths. We have seen every possible Goth scenario with Tato so far in this series.